Can you feel the energy of action and social grace as spring gets into full swing? Which could also mean your relationships or agreements during the season of renewal are quietly draining your nervous system. But I've got a solution for you. If that's the case, know that it is not a willpower problem. It's a balance problem. And the Libra Full Moon of 2026 is here to help you see it clearly. Full Moon blessings, wise one, and welcome or welcome back to the 8th House Wisdom channel. I'm Melissa of 8th House Wisdom, the stellar planning architect and sacred systems priestess. I help visionary women transform the way they live, work, and regulate by aligning their nervous systems, careers, and businesses with the rhythm of the stars. And that's because women have different needs than men. We don't just need to manage stress, we need to architect sacred systems, ones that are rooted in stellar and lunar cycles, feminine energy, and that help you apply the Lunar Wisdom Formula and align to your own stellar birthright or birth chart's natural ebb and flow. Because timing is everything, and life and business do come with an instruction manual. It's written in the stars. This video is about using the Libra pink full moon of 2026 through my Lunar Wisdom Formula to rebalance your agreements, release relationship overload, and return to ritual after the closing of the Eclipse portal. So stay tuned for the rest of the video to learn how to work with this Libra lunation through somatic support, elemental guidance, and a simple boundary review ritual. And make sure to click the link below to join my free mini course for exploring feminine flow. The power of lunar cycles for women's success. To get a proven formula to align your monthly planning and actions with the ebb phase energy of the lunar cycle, which favors rest and integration for success. That allows you to lead from clarity and not survival, while experiencing more ease and flow, living in your soft girl era. All right, wise ones, welcome to the Libra Full Moon, also known as the pink moon, which brings the energy archetypally of the lover and the judge. It shines a light on your relationships, your agreements, and the balance between your needs and everyone else's. This is an honest lunation which asks you to account for where your energy is going to help you create a life that actually reflects the fairness you extend to others and recruits some of that to extend that grace to yourself. This is the first full moon after the closing of the winter eclipse portal. And that matters because during eclipses, we pause big ritual work because eclipses are way too disruptive to anchor any intention clearly, and they bring in cycles that are faded. So it's not a good time to be willful about charting our course. But that season is done. So we return to ritual. We return to crystal charging, and we return to devotional practice guided by Goddess Venus. Here's what makes this full moon particularly potent. When the moon is in Libra, the sign of others, agreements, peace, and diplomacy, the sun, Saturn, Neptune, and Chiron are all gathered in Aries, the sign of self, identity, and personal authority. That opposition is asking, how much of yourself have you given away in the name of keeping peace? You may feel this as low back tension or hip tightness after difficult conversation. Mental loops replay about exchanges where you said yes but meant no. A flat, depleted feeling after being on for other people may creep up as this moon is governed by Libra's air energy. Or maybe a freeze response when it is time to advocate for yourself. Libra speaks through the kidneys and lower back. So if something is off in your agreement, trust me, sis, your body already knows, is keeping score and communicating that to you through somatic signals. Libra medicine is not about conflict. It's about clarity. It's also about balance and boundaries. The question here isn't, how do I make everyone happy? The question is, what would it look like if this agreement was actually fair to me? Something that gets lost under the influence of Libra, which tends to be more socially and externally motivated than internal. So we've got to choose our way. Pick one agreement, one contract, a collaboration, a relationship dynamic that has felt subtly off, and ask, what did I originally agree to? What am I actually doing? And what is the stop gap in between costing me? You don't have to fix it tonight. You just have to see it clearly. That's your boundary review ritual for this full moon. And now, let's talk elemental body support in the form of somatic horoscopes. Remember that I do these through the elements because they make astrology and self-care more accessible and practical. Here's the elemental rundown for anyone who's new to the channel. Fire is the element of creativity and spirit. Earth is the element of material and practical things. Air is the element of mental and intellectual stimulation, and water is the element of intuition and emotion. Pick your element, and that is the one that relates to the ruling sign of your 6th house. For example, I have a Gemini rising. If I count 6 signs from Gemini, I get to Scorpio. That is how I know the sign and element that will be impacting my body and is a best fit for my somatic horoscope read. Once you know that, do the simplest version of a suggestion and know that it counts big. First up, if you have a fire sign on the 6th house, that's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, I want you to notice where you've been carrying more than your share by choice and not by necessity. Let someone else handle one thing this week without you following up. Your power is in the discernment needed to make that choice and let it be, not just in the action of letting go. Earth signs on the 6th, that's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Identify one commitment that has outgrown its original container. Make one practical adjustment to restore the proportionality, and release the belief that renegotiating means failing. In relationship, everything, and I mean everything, is a negotiation. Air sign on the 6th house, that's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Write out the actual math of one agreement. We're talking time, energy, and return on investment. Talk it out in a voice memo. Hear yourself say what you haven't admitted yet, so that it can support your adjustments. And finally, water signs on the 6th house, that's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Notice whose needs you've been prioritizing above your own without being asked. Set one quiet boundary. It doesn't have to be announced to be real. You're allowed to care without being consumed. Now, here's where I want you to stop and check in. Ask yourself, where am I overgiving in a way that looks like generosity but feels like depletion? And what would one fair adjustment look like in my business, my relationships, or my daily agreements? That is the simplest ritual, supported by micro actions, that you can take to release and align for the ebb phase over the next 2 weeks. And just like that, we're out of the eclipse portal and we're back to crystal charging. Remember, new moons bring the cycle where you plant a seed and set an intention. And full moons are for charging the crystals with the fully charged intention to power you through the next 2 weeks as the waning light of the moon dims. Our crystals work as generators of energy fields to keep our momentum going as our bodies rest and restore. So place your malachite or chrysoprase or sunstone in the moonlight overnight. These stones support protection, clarity, and opening of your heart space, as well as cleansing, willpower, and reclaiming your inner authority. Pretty much all the things that the Libra energy is demanding of us right now. And if you want to grab ethically sourced, high-quality crystals for your use, make sure to check the link in the description and use my coupon code 8th House Wisdom for an 11% discount at checkout. In the comments, I'd love to have you tell me what's the one agreement, personal or professional, you're ready to rebalance under this Libra full moon. Keep it honest and keep it specific. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to join my free mini course, The Power of Lunar Cycles for Women's Success, if you want to align with the lunar rhythm in a way that supports your nervous system. The link is in the description below. And if you already know you want to take things deeper with support and tools that help you work through the monthly energy cycles all year long, join the Feminine Flow Masterclass for advanced techniques in applying the Lunar Wisdom Formula and feminine energy principles practically in your life and world, because timing is everything, and life and business do come with an instruction manual. It's written in the stars. Until the next video, wise ones, sending you light, love, and full moon blessings. See you soon.